Okay, so let's talk about the OG of all the memes. That's none other than Dogecoin. And here's a quick observation that I've made about all of the memes right now. Now, we know that this past summer has been quite the dampener for, well, the crypto markets in general. People haven't been feeling too good, and that is apparent just by looking at crypto fear and greed. From June all the way up until August, you can see that crypto fear and greed has stayed in the neutral zone for much of this period, and it's only just about emerging out of the neutral zone, okay? So it's now that that sentiment, that bullish sentiment is being revived. But here's the kicker. While sentiment has been quote-unquote low, Dogecoin is actually up 51% since June. Okay, so yeah, sentiment hasn't been all that great, but price is telling us a different story. In fact, it's only 52% when I'm looking at it from the low all the way up to where price is at right now. If we're looking at the actual data, Dogecoin actually rallied a good 2x in the summer alone. And this is not just for Dogecoin. If you look at several meme coins across the board, a lot of them have done a 2x, if not more, this summer alone. And here's the thing, right now we're getting signs that this trend wants to continue. Now, before I give you guys the bullish cues on the chart, guys, we're heading into a very, very interesting period, which means I'm going to start covering the altcoins a lot more. So if you guys are interested, make sure you're hitting the sub and the bell icon. That way you are staying up to date with these markets. If we look towards our oscillators, which is our Stokes as well as the RSI, specifically on the monthly time frame, remember what we're trying to establish here is, can this bull run for Dogecoin actually continue? If we're looking at those higher time frame oscillators, guys, we have a complete reset, with the RSI hovering right over the 50 percentile mark, while the Stokes have crossed bullish at the bottom of the control zone there. And if you notice, guys, on every instance that we've had this setup, Stokes crossing bullish as well as RSI at the 50 percentile mark, we've had this two other times, okay? Two other times. If you look towards price action, that's where we saw those crazy rallies begin from. And this was all in this cycle, okay? There's one thing you do not fade, is the signatures given to you in this cycle. On the first rally, that was a good 215% to the upside. On the second rally, that was a good 437% to the upside. And now once again, we have that same bullish setup. And this, guys, has been the marker to signal the next best explosive move on Dogecoin's chart. So do not fade this one. Now I want to remind you guys, by the way, if you're looking to take the trade on Dogecoin or any other coin and you're still on the hunt for a good exchange, well, we are using BitUnix right here. I definitely suggest checking them out. We've been loving our experience so far. And if you use the link in the description below to the BitUnix exchange, then you can get up to 5.5K in deposit bonuses. Alrighty, so make sure you're taking advantage of that if you're looking to actively trade this. This is money that can buffer against losses and really, really boost your upside wins. Another bullish signal I'm noticing on Doge is on the daily time frame. For those of you who have the dynamic indicator, please go ahead and switch it on. I mean, guys, this is a hack at this point. You can use it on almost any chart, but more importantly, if you're looking for some really good bids, this is going to help with just that. On the close of 7th of August, Doge actually managed to clear out dynamic resistance. Okay, so I was very, very, very happy about that development, like super stoked about that development, because it's not just the candle closing over that critical region of resistance, but that was a full body candle. That was a very, very powerful candle. When you see candles like this close over resistance, that's showing you extensive bullish momentum, and you can see how the next few days actually went on to put in higher highs on that range, right? It rallied nearly 13% after that candle. But here's the thing, it's usually the clearance of that daily dynamic that often leads to the next impulsive move. Clearing it out in July led to a 66% move on Doge. Reclaiming it in April led to a 56% rally. In fact, even last year, when Dogecoin reclaimed the daily dynamic resistance, flipped it into support, what a diabolical move that was. That was a good 343% on that rally. It's only when we started seeing violations of the level, clear closes, clear break of trend, that we saw the bears take this down even further. So the way I'm looking at this, guys, is simple. If we're above the dynamic is green, plus we have a positive slope, well, that's a bullish setup. Fall back onto these critical levels for your bids. Now here at Mango, we're using the dynamic. You might have a different system, but fall back onto those bids. That way, if you're wrong on the trade, you know that you're wrong, you're invalidated quickly, you get out with a minimal loss. But this right here, guys, is the bid zone, okay? Going in from around 22 cents all the way to the bottom of the range at around 21 cents. But catching any bid at the bottom of the zone right here would be an amazing bid, because then managing that position is just simple sauce, guys. If it breaks, you know that, hey, you're wrong on the trade and you get to get out with a minimal loss. Here at Mango, guys, we want to keep all of our trades stress-free. I don't want to have to worry about my positions if I'm out or I'm at the gym. I know that, hey, I've captured a great bid. That way I know to circle back onto the chart only on the candle close. I don't want to be spooked out every time I'm away from the charts. So this is how you keep it stress-free, okay? As far as targets are concerned, we have multiple bullish patterns playing out here. If Dogecoin sees a bounce on the zone, we'd be clearing out a bullish inverted head and shoulders pattern. The measured move to which will take Doge all the way up to 32 cents. I know. From the breakout to 32 cents, guys, that's going to be a good 32%. How's that for symmetry? But the real explosion, guys, comes to us as soon as we break out of this massive multi-year bullish pattern, which is none other than a cup and handle formation. The measured move to which takes Doge all the way up to, oh my goodness, $4.70. This is a meme coin, but hey, it's the OG of all the memes, right? So why not? Why not? Dogecoin has never failed to surprise. And of course, we're going to be taking this one target at a time. However, from the breakout to $4.70, that's going to be a good 915% to the upside. So eyes on Doge. Trade setups like these won't be as easy once the rallies begin. For those of you who really want to get better and really want to start being profitable in this space of trading, not just crypto but even TradFi, and you don't want to be relying on me or anyone else out there, well then I learned from the Mango Seed program, okay? There is no better program out there. I can vouch for this one. If you won't take it from me, get into the Discord chat and talk to the seedlings. Ultimately, trading is not only about jumping into trades, it's also about knowing when is it time for you to be taking profits off the table? When is it time for you to be cutting your losses? People often tell you when to jump into trades. Very seldom do they tell you when to jump out. Okay, so the Seed program is going to teach you just that. I'll be linking that in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. Now, we are going to be following the Dogecoin trade on the Discord chat, so join the Discord. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the Mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.